In the quiet corners of forensic history, few cases are as haunting and enigmatic as that of freezer Jane Doe. Imagine for a moment a world where a single discovery can ripple through countless lives, unraveling secrets, mysteries, and decades-old wounds. The case began, as many such stories do, with a routine event, a landlord cleaning out a rented property. Within the dim confines of an old, humming appliance, a secret lay waiting. The freezer, once packed with ordinary provisions, held instead the extraordinary, the body of a woman, perfectly preserved by the relentless cold. The headlines called her Freezer Jane Doe, a name as chilling as her circumstances. She was someone's friend, someone's daughter, perhaps someone's mother. Yet, for years, her identity was cloaked in silence, her story known only to the shadows. Investigators embarked on a journey through forensics, technology, and human memory itself, wrestling with more questions than answers. Who was she? How had she come to be hidden away, her life and story sealed in ice? For forensic scientists, the freezer had inadvertently granted them a rare advantage. Unlike many unfortunate souls lost to time, freezer Jane Doe's body was almost untouched by decay. Hair still framed her face, fingerprints remained etched in soft whirls, and her features told tales that time might otherwise have stolen. But even perfect preservation could not mask the quiet sadness of her situation. Each piece of evidence, each detail, painted the outline of a life interrupted. As detectives combed through missing persons reports and forensic databases, they were met with a tapestry of missing women stretching back years, dozens of names with stories untold, families left in limbo. The meticulous process of elimination began. Dental records were compared, DNA was extracted and uploaded to genealogical databases. And as remarkable as modern science is, the process was painstakingly slow. Still, the scent of hope lingered in the air with each test and every phone call to a family who had waited too long. Beyond the science, the case cut deep into the complex web of human relationships. Rented homes, like the one where Jane Doe was found, often chained together the stories of many lives. Whispers of previous tenants circulated, names exchanged with suspicion and curiosity. Who had moved in and out of those doors? Who had last seen the freezer before it became a casket? Detectives knocked on doors, piecing together a timeline spread thin by distance, time, and fading memory. Meanwhile, the public responded with a mix of horror, compassion, and sometimes grim fascination. Freezer Jane Doe became the subject of online forums, speculation pouring across social media, where digital detectives pored over every public detail. People wondered about her life. Had she come to the city for opportunity? Was she running from something or someone? Did she have dreams that were now forever on ice? Passions and hobbies, maybe a pet who waited for her by the door? The weight of the unknown pressed heavily on the official investigation. Motivations had to be considered. Was her death an accident or something far more sinister? Did someone intend for her to disappear? And what drove them to such lengths to erase her presence from the world? In the freezer, warmth and comfort had once dwelled. Preserved food, family meals, hopes for tomorrow. Now, it told a story of concealment and loss, of vamps stopped cold. Experts in victimology and criminal psychology contributed insights, analyzing the conditions of the body, the placement within the freezer, and the evidence, or lack thereof, of trauma. The process was both science and art, requiring a careful hand and deep intuition. The freezer had been unplugged for a time, complicating matters and adding another layer of tragic irony. The very instrument that preserved Jane Doe's secrets had also preserved the puzzle for the world to see, refusing to let her quietly slip away into oblivion. As months passed, the case became a symbol, a reminder of the many still missing, their absences marked only by the holes they leave behind. Families read each update with bated breath, hoping for news, even as hope flickered faintly on the horizon. For Jane Doe, there were no immediate answers. She was at once everyone and no one, her story reflecting the fragility of memory and the tenacity of those who seek the truth. Advancements in DNA technology ultimately shifted the tide. With the crucial work of genealogists, a possible match was finally discovered. A family, long tormented by the disappearance of a loved one, provided the final piece to Jane Doe's puzzle. It was not closure in the truest sense, for nothing can fully remedy years lost, but it was a kind of peace, an acknowledgement that the woman in the freezer mattered, her absence noted, and her story resumed. In the wake of identification, old wounds rose anew. The impact of crime does not end with the physical evidence. It lives on in every person tasked to remember, to wonder, to grieve. News stories focused on what might have happened, what twists of fate, what sorrows or mistakes led to one woman's concealment in a box meant for life, not death. The questions, though answered in part, still left room for reflection. What compels a person to hide the presence of another in such a way? What secrets remain untold beneath layers of ice and silence? Freezer. Jane Doe's journey from anonymity to identity became a cautionary tale and a testament to perseverance. She was more than a nameless victim. Her story illuminated the vital need to care, to search, and to remember. Behind every Jane or John Doe lies a real person with dreams, fears, and people who wait for answers, no matter how long it takes. The case also marked a turning point in how society remembers the lost. It sharpened the tools of forensic science, inspired community involvement, and underscored the importance of giving every missing person the dignity of a name. Freezer Jane Doe's memory now serves as a call to action, a reminder never to let the silence of the forgotten grow too cold. In the end, what remains is the echo of her presence, a story preserved in both frost and the hearts of those who searched for her. Freezer Jane Doe may have been hidden away, but she was never truly lost. Her story woven into the fabric of human resilience. Her legacy is a quiet promise. As long as there are those willing to ask, to seek, and to remember, no mystery is ever truly sealed away.